Hello guys, it's Grown Man Gaming, getting things done the Grown Man way. I'm going to be going over all the linebackers in the game right now and telling you guys if they're a good 3-4 linebacker, if they're a good 4-3, which way you guys want to use them, if they're run swift, if you leave them on their own, if you want to use them, if they're more so pass rush, if they're man D, if they're zone D, you know, stuff like that to help you guys out with your team. Someone asked me this in a stream yesterday. I wasn't streaming, I was in another stream. I'm actually in a Madden stream, so he asked me that, and I said I'd help him out by posting a video. So I don't know actually the linebackers he has, so I'm just going to go over every single last middle linebacker and tell you guys how to use them. I don't have that many points, and I actually don't use most of these linebackers, but I know how they would be used because it's pretty easy after you look at the stats and you see like which areas are in the gray, which areas they're super good at. You know what you want to do with them. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I will be going over MLBs, ROLBs, LOLBs. I will be doing both gold and elite, and it's just going to be a good informative video on how to use your linebackers. So you guys see we have Mr. Koi. Is that Koi Missy? I don't know if that, I don't know how you say his last name, but I know everyone knows Darnell Washington. You got Brandon Spikes, you got Sam Barrington, you got that guy for the, I can't see his name right now, you guys. I'm like horrible at seeing that, but the guy for the Redskins. Nonetheless, you guys, we're going to start off with Misi. He has 76 speed, 83 awareness, tackling 89, a bunch of good stats. I'd use, I don't know, okay guys, this is a card you want to, you don't want to, you know, have him pick things off. You don't get mad if he's not picking things off. Look at his speed. Actually, okay, I take that. This one's hard. It's either a user card for tackling, or you just let him on his own and you don't want him to pick things off, or you don't get mad if he doesn't because he's not that. Wait, nonetheless, you guys, Koi Missy has amazing play rec and awareness, so he could get the job done. Same with Darnell Washington. He's more of a tackling guy. I'd say you'd have to probably use him, guys, because he is slower and speed does matter. I mean, if he does see a play and he's not able to get there, then it doesn't matter. With Brandon Spikes, gosh, this one's hard, guys. Because look at the play rec and awareness. Play rec awareness, you know, it lets you read the plays, and then you're aware of what's going on. But the speed and zone coverage, you guys, you have like you're not able to get there. And then even if you do read it, your zone might not be good enough to get the play off. So I don't know. I'd use him, you know, sub him in on if plays. If you know your opponent is like heavy run and your linebackers aren't getting it done, you sub him in and then you have him rush the whatever's happening. If you're and actually never mind, middle linebackers are always the same no matter what formation, but you just let him go. Sam Barrington, he's probably a good user. And same with this Hayward guy. His speed is amazing. He has good awareness. His play rec in zone is bad, so you don't want him on his own. You want to user him. That's why you get a Hayward. I don't know if he's a good user, guys. I've never used him. His catching isn't that good. Maybe that's why you wouldn't use him. But I mean, he just batted a lot of balls down. So that's those cards. We're going to go over Tolek and every single one. Tolek, he has not that good speed, but he does have amazing awareness and play rec and decent, it's actually not even decent zone. But with him, I'd, you know, just let him play on his own, let him get the runs or stop the runs. Don't worry about that. I'd use another card that has that's a little bit worse, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. He'll be getting tackles, but he has amazing awareness and play rec, so you don't really need to do anything with him. You want to use the card that is not going to play as well on its own. So that's how I think of things. I'm not going to user my Luke Kuechly, because if I have like a Luke Kuechly and a Ray Lewis, Or wait, yeah, I'm not gonna use her. Dang, that'd be hard if I had Luke Kuechly and Ray Lewis. Nonetheless, you guys, you don't want to use him because he has high play rec and awareness, so you wouldn't need to. You'd use another guy that's worse, or another guy that's worse. Paul Postlowski, he's a guy with decent speed and some good catching. He has all right play rec and awareness. I'd let him be on his own. With this dude, you guys, he can do anything. You guys can user him. He has good speed, he has good awareness, good play rec, good zone. You could user him. You guys can let him on his own. So that's just whatever you guys want to do. He's probably a good run stuffer. No middle linebacker really is. I guess there's some good at blitzing, but I mean, you're never really gonna have a linebacker in the blitz, you guys. I'd user this card because he has horrible zone, so it'd be hard for him to make plays, but he does have pretty good play rec and awareness. His speed is good and his catching is alright, so I'd user Ray Malaluka. If you guys have another MLB that is worse, you definitely want to user that guy because he's pretty good except for the zone. But if you have like him as your number one guy, and then let's say you have a Washington at your two, you definitely use your Ray Malaluga because Washington is a better card on his own. Not the same with I'm getting tongue-tied here, guys. With this dude for the Cowboys, he has great play rec, great awareness, decent zone, and some speed. I user him because it's not that good of stuff. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I'd leave McLean on his own. With Kiko Alonso, he has great awareness, great play rec, great zone. You don't need to do anything with him. I'd leave him on his own. He'll be getting tackles like for days. You don't have to worry about him messing up. He does have a little bit lower speed than some linebackers, but it doesn't really matter if you have that kind of play rec and awareness and zone. So he's a good, leave alone guy. I like his tackling and pursuit as well. And then Unani Unga? I actually had him, but I'm using different MLBs right now. He's super fast, guys. He has decent zone, I guess, and his awareness is bad, and his play rec is decent. I'd use this card because he can't really do it on his own. He has not that good of play rec or zone, so I definitely used that card. Now moving on to the next guy, Kirksey, guys. I have nothing to say. He has amazing man, amazing zone. He has 88 speed. He has 90 or 82 play rec, and then great awareness too, guys. So this card and 70 catching, guys. That's almost an automatic pick. But let me tell you guys, he can do it all. You can user him. You can let him play on his own. I know that's what I do with him. So just whatever you guys see fit. 3-4-4-3, it doesn't matter. He's just a great card all around. You got Michael Kendricks. He has great awareness, great zone, great play rec, and great speed. So the same thing, you can user him if you like. You can let him play on his own. You can use him for specific coverage, like if you need to play zone, or I play zone a lot, so I'd put him in some places because I am D4, and I do have some other middle linebackers that I like to use. I put Michael Kendricks in sometimes, so you can have him in or not, or it just depends on what you want with those last two guys because they're covered in every area. Jordan Hicks is a user card, guys, because he has horrible play rec, horrible awareness, horrible zone, but good decent speed. So I'd user him because he wouldn't be getting the job. You guys get what I'm saying, like, by this, right? You don't want a guy that can do everything usering, because then your sucky guy, will be letting stuff open all the time. You want to user the guy who's gonna struggle the most, and you guys already know Shazier is a user, so no point for me to go over that. This Alexander guy, I user him. This one's a little bit different because he does have bad play rec and awareness, but he does have good zone and speed. So this one is actually up to you. I'd probably be using him But if you have another card that's worse, you know, I wouldn't really too much stress it. He is good enough for him to play alone. And this Will Hoyt, guys, he can do it all. His awareness isn't good, but his speed, play rec, and zone coverage are good. So you really could do anything you want with this card. You can let him play on his own, or you can user him with the 83 speed, whichever one you prefer. So if you have Will Hoyt, do whatever you need to do with him. He has good catching as well. So I mean, this card isn't a card you really have to worry about. And then now Skav, he has bad everything. You want to user him, and it's not bad everything, of course, guys, but it's not great. He has 78 speed, 79 play rec, so basically 80 play rec and 80 awareness, and then he doesn't have the best of zone either, so he's like an 80. I'd user this card, but if you have to, you guys can let him on his own. This Laurinaitis, guys, this is straight up a play on your own, so you don't have to user him, but if you would like to, you go ahead. And these are the suggestions, guys, based off, you know, how I play things. So this isn't like the only way you can use them, but Laurinaitis, you guys can also let him, you can also user him. He's that good, so just whatever you guys see fit. But I personally let Laurinaitis play on his own. Danny Trevathan, guys, I'd user. I don't like his awareness, but he does have good zone and play rec, so it doesn't matter. You guys could let him play on his own, just whatever you guys feel more comfortable. I'd personally user him because of the speed, and he has bad catching, so I mean, you can't really expect for him to get picks, but that's just what I would do. Now, you guys, we will move on to the other linebackers. Did we do Alexander? We'll do Alexander. Alexander is a user card. He has 90 speed and some great zone, awareness, play rec, that's in the high 70s, so you could user him, you could not, or you can let him play on his own. Of course, with all these guys, you guys can do whatever you want, but I definitely would user with Alexander. With Timmons, this is a guy you let play on his own, guys, because of the awareness and play rec. And this is where it gets tricky, because if you have good awareness and play rec but bad zone, it's kind of hard to, you know, really pick what you want to do. Nonetheless, guys, having said all of that, he is, I don't know, I just said he was a playing your own guy, but with that zone, I'm not sure you guys want to do that. He might have good awareness, he might be aware of the plays, he might be able to read the plays, but if he has bad zone, is he really gonna make a play? So after saying that and redoing everything, I definitely user Timmons. With Daryl Smith, you guys see the 94 awareness, 94 play rec, 83 zone. You don't need to do anything with him. You just let him make the tackles. He's not going to be the guy like Shazier who you want picks like for days. You let Daryl Smith play on his own. Same with DeQuell Jackson. I don't like the zone, and he does have great play rec and awareness, but again, you might be aware of the plays and be able to read them, but if you have bad zone, can you really make the play? I'd use DeQuell Jackson. With CJ Mosley, guys, this guy is a well-rounded guy. You guys can do whatever you want with him. You can play him or user him or let him make tackles. Personally, with me, if I had him, I'd be using him depending on my other middle linebacker situation, and because I'm 3-4, if you're 4-3, it depends on if you have good ROLBs and LOBs, but for me, 3-4, I'd definitely be using him. Derek Johnson, you guys, he has great everything. This is a both-way card. You can user him, you can let him play on his own. I'd personally let him play on his own, because I'd probably want to user a CJ Mosley with a little bit more speed, and I know he's solid, so it really depends. With Clay Matthews, guys, let's see this Clay Matthews. I really like that card. He's just a flat out beast. Nonetheless, you guys, he has 80 7 awareness, 86 play rec, and 70 zone. So this card is the user card. You don't trust that zone on its own. So that's why you'd user that card. You guys we gotta move down to the higher overall MLBs now. With Mr. Mayo, guys, he has good speed, good play rate, good awareness, but you gotta use the card because of the zone. And now this one you could debate because it's a high 70 zone, but I still wouldn't trust it. It really depends on who you are. You very well could just play him on his own. So just whatever you'd like. With Mr. Dansby, guys, I play him on his own because he has high play rate, high awareness, and high zone. There's really no need to go over that anymore. With Navarro Bowman, again, you guys, he can go both ways. You guys can user him. You guys can play him on his own. With him, I'd most likely leave him on his own just because I really like that play rate. And he's like probably the best linebacker for cheap right now. That's what I believe. So I don't know, just whatever you guys want to do. Malcolm Smith, guys, he is all around. You guys can let him play on his own, but I user him because of that 91 speed. That just flat out is gonna kill people, guys. That's extremely good speed. So those are like what I think of the linebackers. It's pretty cool. Of course, you guys have the higher overall Clay Matthews and stuff, but that's gonna be just a carbon copy of the gold one. Now we're gonna move on to ROLBs or LOLBs. They're basically the same. Actually, no, they're not. Nonetheless, guys, we're gonna be moving over to these guys. John Abraham C. Now, I'm not gonna he's more so. I don't know if you have him. I'd probably use him as a blitzer. I know he doesn't have high block shed or anything, but everything. If you have him in 4-3, guys, he's just worse. I honestly wouldn't suggest picking up this card at all. He has pretty good power move and high play rate. His zone coverage and everything is bad, but I don't like the strength on him. I don't know, guys. That one's actually kind of hard. Nonetheless, guys, this Derek Morgan guy, he is definitely his own guy. He can do it both ways, though, so that's good. Derek Morgan, he has great play rate, great pursuit, great block shed, and his zone and stuff isn't that bad. His catching is horrible, but nonetheless, guys, if you do want solid play, he'll be batting down balls. This card is nothing to play with. He has great zone and great man. He can play both ways. Good block shot, good power move, whatever you want with him. So you got to be happy that Derek Morgan is an all-around guy. Pernell McPhee, guys, we all know he is a blitzer. So don't worry about his catching. Don't worry about his zone. Don't worry about his man. This guy is a flat-out blitzer, and he's very good at it. I had him at the beginning of the year, and he was just lights out crazy. And he still is. I've just moved on because I'm running a different type of scheme. Nonetheless, guys, go and get him if you like. Julius Peppers, I'd put him, he can go actually either way. He can go 3-4, 4-3. I like him in 4-3 because of the height and the speed. He'll be batting down balls, and his catching is great. That's why in 4-3, you guys could user him. In 3-4, he's a great blitzer. Again, he'll be batting down balls, and it's going to be hard for the quarterback to throw over him. So he doesn't have the best zone, but it's good enough for you guys to have him in 4-3 or 3-4. Dumerville is amazing play rec, amazing pursuit. His block shed is 70, his excel 80, his strength 76. So he's not really a blitzer. And he's not really a zone guy. He's like bad at both. But if I had to pick one, I'd have him in 3-4 as a blitzer because that zone is really bad. So Dumerville is definitely the 3-4 blitzer. You guys can of course get him at 4-3 if you like, just whatever you want. I'm just trying to help. With this Jeff Coat dude, you guys, he has bad block shed. He has bad play rate. He has great strength, great power, hit power. I don't know if that's hit power or power move. and his catching bad. So I'm gonna have to say he's most likely gonna be a blitzer, unless he has like 80 something zone. But based off what I've seen, you guys, he is actually not a blitzer. He's decent at blitzing. So actually, going after I said all of that, guys, I was wrong. He is more so a zone guy, a 4-3 dude. With Newsome, guys, I actually still have him because I don't know if he's gonna be in a positional set at some point, and I just want to have him to, you know, make sure he has decent everything. He has good catching for LLB, and he's pretty well rounded. See all his power move and stuff, play rec. I mean, it's not like extremely high, but it's not that bad. His zone and man coverage are good, so he's an all-around type of guy. Whatever you guys want, 3-4 blitzing, 3-4 and that's your linebacker playing zone. If you guys want him to be a 4-3 zone guy, you guys can put him in as your LOLB on 4-3 as well, depending on what you guys really want. Shaquille Barrett, I actually have him starting right now for me. He is a great blitzer, so I personally use him as a blitzer. I don't like the zone and stuff, but you guys can do what you want. He's just a better 3-4 blitzer for me than anything else, so that's why I use him over there. Connor Barwin, he's really tall, guys. He has good play rec, good pursuit. His catching is really good. His awareness is good, and he's a decent pass rusher, I'd say. They don't give him the best of stats, like the craziest of stats, but he's a blitzer slash zone guy because of his height and play. It depends, guys, really on what you want. I use him as a blitzer though. That's the way that I see him best working, is as a blitzer. Nonetheless, you guys can do whatever you want. And then Anthony Barr, you guys, he can go anyway. His speed is crazy. His block shed is good. His acceleration is good. His pursuit is good. His power is good. He has awesome catching. And I mean, you just do whatever you want with him. I like him as a blitzer, but I also like him as a guy in zone. I primarily use him as a blitzer though. He does have decent zone, and man, it's not even decent. I'm not gonna lie, I can't believe I just said that. I'd use him as a blitzer, but if you guys have to, go ahead and use him as a zone 4-3 guy. Nigel, I think it's Nigel, I'm pretty sure it's Nigel Brodham or Brodham, however you guys say it. He is a good blitzer. He has amazing jumping, but he also is a good guy for zone if you have to use him. I like his power move and his block shed and pursuit. I also like his zone and his man. He is a all-around type of guy. You probably want him in 4-3 though. Bruce Irvin, guys, what formation sorry for the bad grammar, do the Seahawks run? 3-4-4. Think about it. They have Bobby Wagner. They have, I forgot the other guy's name, and they have him. He is both ways, guys, because they use him in a bunch of different ways. He's a zone guy and he's a blitzer, so he's the best of both worlds. So whatever you guys like, I'd most likely use him as a blitzer. I like him over there. And Alex Okafor, he has good speed, really good speed. He has bad catching, awareness is alright, acceleration is crazy. He has lower than the other guys jumping. His power move is good, his play rec is good, his finesse move, his block shed is good, and he has good zone. So again, whatever you guys want, but he's primarily a blitzer, so think about that. We will move on to some other higher overall cards like Mr. Elliott. 85 speed is crazy, guys. 91 power. I don't know if that's power move or hit power. Nonetheless, guys, that is crazy hit power slash power move. He has good catching, and he's pretty tall too. He has good speed, again, like we already said. I like his jumping, and I don't know why that really comes into effect, but it might. He has decent, or he has great finesse move, guys. His block shed is decent. His zone coverage is good. His man is decent. He's an all-around guy. I'd like him in zone because of his speed. And we already went over all these guys. We will go down to some more. We're going to go to the elites as well. We did Jeffco already, and I'm just going over him because I actually, to be quite honest with you, didn't know if I did him. But now looking back on it, I know that I did him. But I'm going to go over the stats again, just in case I missed it, trying to make sure I cover everything. But I do believe Jeffco, let's check his jumping. Like, that is just crazy. That is just flat out ridiculous. But he's a good blitzer. He has good man and good zone. He's an all-around guy, but primarily a blitzer. And we will move on. I'm almost positive we'll be over everybody except for Courtney Upshaw, guys. But he is a blitzer, so I don't need to go over him. Now let's move over to elites. The elites are pretty easy, guys, to tell. Thomas Davis, he's 4-3 zone. Gillette, he's 3-4 blitzing. He's bad at it too, just so you know. On the game, Jamie Collins goes both ways. He has good play rec, good hit power, good acceleration. His blockhead isn't the best. His pursuit is good. His speed is good. His strength is good. I like his catching, and it's a zone. I don't know. You guys use whatever you want on him. I'm never gonna get him. He's both ways. Ryan Kerrigan is a blitzer / man dude. He's doesn't have the best man, but he can get the job done. He's like middle of the pack type of guy. I'd use him personally just for blitzing, but if you guys have to, you guys can sub him in as R or LOLB if you're playing 3-4 and have him play some man. He has some good catching, great play rec, so like, don't be surprised if he's a baller and man or 4-3 as a zone / man guy. He just don't be surprised if he's a baller, guys. I'm not gonna go any further into that, but I'd use him as a blitzer. You guys know Justin Houston is a blitzer, so let's move on to ROLBs. And then this video will be done. It's been a long video, and sorry guys that I haven't been posting for a while. A bunch of stuff is going on. I have a ton of school I have to do, so it might be sketchy, the amount of videos that I post. It might be like once every 2 days or once every 3 days, whatever it is. It might be spread out a little bit more differently, so just be looking out for that. Lance Briggs is a zone / blitzer. You guys can do whatever you want with him. And I just really need to tell you guys, God is good. Go out and share if you are a Christian, go out and share the word of Jesus with everybody. I mean, just imagine the apostles and stuff, how they did things. They were ready to die for him. I mean, you guys can do so much, as can I, so just think about it like that. You need to tell people about Jesus Christ, no matter what. You don't have to know them for a long time, just go tell them about Jesus, and that's really our sole purpose. If you aren't a Christian, well then I will tell you Jesus is flat out awesome and amazing, so look into him. And the only thing you really have to do is just be open for anything. He does everything for you. I mean, you can't forgive yourself, he does it. And then you can't be good on yourself, he does it. Just let Jesus be Jesus, and that's all you have to do. And then just things start to change. But really, in all honesty, guys, it's just he's just so amazing. You really gotta, you don't really even have to think about it. I mean, God is good all the time, and why not share him with the world? If you just say like your neighbor, just think about it. If your neighbor does go to hell and doesn't make it to heaven, and you know that while you're in heaven, you're thinking to yourself, I could have prevented that. That'd be horrible. So just think about it like that. I mean, the apostles, Paul, the early Christians, they were legit ready to die to spread the gospel. They didn't care if they'd known you for 50 years or if they've known you for like 2 seconds. They were just going to tell you about Jesus Christ. So that's how it has to be. We can't be afraid anymore of you can't just be afraid at all. That's why I'm just super intent on going and spreading the word of Jesus Christ out now. So just think about that, guys. Sorry I didn't go over all the RLBs, but it's more important to talk about Jesus than this. Shaq Thompson is both ways, you guys. You can have him blitz, you can have him in zone, whatever you guys want. He has phenomenal speed, he has great catching, and really good man as well. So whatever you want, just however you guys want to use him. Those spin move, juke move, that's just flat out ridiculous. If he gets to pick, guys, he's taking it all the way. Again, power move is good and stuff, man, and everything is good. So whatever you guys want to use Shaq Thompson for, that's why you want to pick him up. I don't know if we went over Sean Lee, but he's more so of a zone guy. 82 speed, great play rate, great tackling, great power. I'm pretty sure that's hit power, because I don't think he has power move at all. He has great catching, guys. That's like almost an automatic interception every single time. So that's why you want to get yourself a Sean Lee to play zone. He's not the best blitzer, but he's a great zone guy. So I'd use him in that zone. Vontae Burfict, he is all around. Aaron Lynch, you guys, he is a blitzer. He is a flat out beats at blitzing. His catching isn't good, but you guys, just imagine, I'm about to show you guys this power move. That's crazy. That's some crazy power move. Crazy power move and block shed and finesse move. So he's a blitzer. KJ Wright is a zone guy slash blitzer. See, now the Seahawks, they use their guys in every way. He goes all the ways. I use him in zone, but you can use him for blitzing as well. And for linebackers, guys, you gotta know your situation. You can't just have anybody play anywhere. You gotta know your opponent. You have to make subs in at the right time. I mean, if I had Lance Briggs and this guy's just running, and I also had Paul Kruger, I'd probably sub Kruger in if I needed to get the pass rush off, and this guy just kept getting the run at me. He'd pick it up very well, guys, and just stop it. So you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know your situation. If it's like a 3rd and 2, I want Kruger in. Actually, I probably want a guy with a little bit more speed, but he's good as well. A good guy that can tackle with speed. And because this Smith guy, 90 speed, guys, says it all. He is a zone guy. He is a zone guy. He is a zone guy. Look at his catching, guys. That says it all as well. He plays zone. So this card is a beast. Flat out, like, just ridiculous. I would pick him up, guys, if I were 4-3, but I am 3-4, so there's really no reason for me to have him. That is just a crazy card, guys. That one probably is the best 4-3 zone budget guy you have. And you know, James Harrison is a blitzer. Nick Perry is flat out ridiculous too. 88 speed, great hit power. Play rec is crazy. Block shed is crazy. He's an all-around guy. You guys can user him. You guys can have him in 3-4, 4-3, whichever one you really want. But I'd most likely have him blitzing, guys. So that's my opinion on him. Now we will go to elites, and then this video will be over. So you guys start off with Tomba Hawley. ROBs are easy, guys. He is a blitzer. Tomba Hawley is Levante David. He plays zone. DeAndre Levy. Put him both ways. I like his I think he's good enough to have in 3-4-4-3. I think he's good enough to sub in on some pass rushing plays and to get the job done. So he goes both ways, but primarily his main thing to do is to play zone or man. That's why I'd get him. So there you go for DeAndre Levy. But he can blitz, guys, so keep that in mind. With this KJ Wright, it's just a better gold KJ Wright. He goes every way. You guys can have him blitzing. You guys can have him in zone. Whatever you guys want. Dante Howard is both ways. I like Dante Howard zone. I've never used him, though. I'm never going to use a Patriot ever, just because I'm the biggest Colts fan on the planet. But you guys, a lot of you guys aren't. You guys can use Dante Howard to blitz, to play zone, whatever you guys want. He's just that good as far as stats. So he's whatever you guys want to do. Whitney Merciless is a blitzer, guys. There's really nothing else to say. He's not good at anything else. He has good speed. He has good awareness. His power move, block shed, finesse move, stuff like that, that's pretty high. It's comparable to 90 Brian Arakpo, so you want him over there. He can play zone if you guys have to, but I like him blitzing, so there you go for Weenie Merciless. And then a couple more cards, guys, and then I am done. You got T-Sizzle, he's a blitzer, and that he can play zone based off of what I played with him last year, and I actually just recently played a guy with him. He got a couple picks on me, and I don't know how, because he doesn't have that good of catching, and not like I'm just throwing right to it. So, those are my linebackers, guys, how I use those linebackers, every single last linebacker, what they're good at, what formation you guys want, where you guys want to put them in, what situation you guys want to put them in. And if you guys want more videos like this, like for safeties or CBs, please hit me up, let me know, and I will do the same. But this is going to be the end of my video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed so much. Killer Mac is both ways, guys, whatever you guys want with him. But I gotta go. I am out of time. Thank you guys for watching. Chuck the deuce. God bless. This is your man GMG. I'm going to be trying to do a bunch more stuff. I'm going to try to get a good intro. Going to try to get better commentary. I'm going to try to do more things with other YouTubers and just have a better channel. But I gotta go. Chuck the deuce. God bless. And I'm out.